Hello and welcome back to London Cycle Routes. Today I'll be showing you how to cycle from Herne Hill in South London to Clapham, and this ride is all on quiet streets in low traffic neighbourhoods. The ride takes about 10 minutes, and if you look at this screen here you'll see that if you went by public transport the same journey would probably take about 20 minutes to half an hour, so it's very much the fastest way to go. If you want to see more routes like this then make sure you subscribe to the channel because that's what I post here. Right, let's get going. So we're starting outside Herne Hill station and the market is on. So there's a lot of people about and there's a few vans and stuff like that. But generally when you come to this street you wouldn't actually run into any traffic at all. But we're now coming out onto Railton Road, and this is part of one of Lambeth Council's low traffic neighbourhoods. So this street has actually had all of its through traffic removed with this that we're going through now. It's called a bus gate. Bus gates let through buses, cycles and pedestrians, but they stop other motor traffic going through. And the effect is to essentially really quieten down a street. One nice detail on this route actually, if you look out on the left here coming up, the council has put out some temporary seating and stuff outside that shop which didn't used to be there before the low traffic neighbourhood was introduced. And it's worth remembering that these schemes aren't just about cycling, they're about making it just a nicer place to mill around and walk and stuff like that. Unlike some of the routes through low traffic neighbourhoods, this isn't a difficult one to remember. There aren't really many twists and turns to it. You really just go straight on to get to Brixton. And then when we get to Brixton, we turn left and we basically just go straight on, again, down one road to get to Clapham. But there are a few other places you can get to off this route. So if you were to turn right here and go through Somerleyton Passage, that would take you down towards Loughborough Junction. That's a quiet route, avoiding Cold Harbour Lane, which is a slightly busier road. But we're not going that way for now. We're going straight on to Brixton. There's a little bit of traffic calming here that says give way to oncoming vehicles. That's mostly directed at cars, I think. And then, as you see here, we're coming up to Cold Harbour Lane in Brixton Town Centre, and there's another filter of those signs saying no motor traffic allowed through here. Now, you cross the road here, Cold Harbour Lane, at the lights, and you go onto Atlantic Road. This street is closed at one end to motor traffic, but it's actually not because of the low traffic neighbourhood, it's because there are platform renovations going on at Brixton High Level Station. You can see just above us there. Those will be going on for a while, and I think that there are actually plans to close this off to traffic long term, or at least proposals, so you have to keep an eye out there, but that section of the route should stay quiet. You can see here we went down Pope's Road and now we're turning on to Brixton Station Road, which is again quite a quiet street. You're not going to run into any traffic on it. And then this takes us here to Brixton Road, and what we want to do here is we're actually going to cross the street to get over to the other side. And I'm actually just walking my bike here down the pavement. You could just cycle out into the road and do it yourself if you're confident, but I'm just showing you how you'd be able to do it if you didn't want to go on the busier road. So here, yeah, you just cross the street and then remount your bike and get on it. And we're going down Ferndale Road now. Now, Ferndale is what I was talking about earlier when I said that there was basically just one road all the way to Clapham, and this is it. You really just follow it straight, although do be careful here because you do turn off under the bridge here. It kind of looks like you should be going to the right there, but actually this is the continuation of Ferndale Road. It turns into another road if you were to keep going right there. So yeah, we're still on Ferndale here. Now, Ferndale Road has also recently been turned into a low traffic neighbourhood, so that's why there's not really any traffic on it at all. I think one of the most interesting things about this low traffic neighbourhood is that even though it's the Ferndale low traffic neighbourhood, the filters that keep Ferndale Road quiet are not actually on Ferndale Road itself. So we're not going to pass any bollards or any planters like that. The filters are actually on nearby roads like Pulross Road and Concannon Road, and they just have the effect of making the area not useful as a cut through for cars, so the cars have to stick to the main roads. And yeah, I think that illustrates quite nicely how low traffic neighbourhoods, it's not just about benefiting the streets that have the filters on, it's actually the whole area gets a decent benefit from it. And you can see there's a lot more people sort of walking in the road, crossing the road. It's just a nicer place to be. And for us on our bike, it's made an extremely useful direct route all the way from Brixton to Clapham. And it's completely opened up this route. If you remember at the beginning of the video, if you were to try and take public transport, you'd probably be looking at about half an hour from Herne Hill all the way to Clapham. Now the journey is about 10 minutes, we're actually nearly there. We've now come out onto Aristotle Road, which is one way for motor traffic, but it's two way for bikes. I quite like that name as a road. There's also Cato Road, so whoever named the roads around here obviously had a sort of classical idea about how they should be named. You go over this slightly weird drop curb built out on the pavement, And we're actually here. This is Clapham High Street. Now, this is our final destination today, but you can see there on the side there's this blue cycle lane protected with what you call wands. So you can actually ride that up to Clapham Common straight ahead there, or you can go in the opposite direction as well. It's a little bit hit and miss, and that route isn't great the whole way, but it's it's useful if you need to go on from Clapham. But yeah, you can see on the map here how far we've come. That was a really easy ride, I think you probably agree. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you found this video useful, then don't forget to hit subscribe on the channel, because that's what I post to. I post lots of videos like this. And yeah, see you again next time. Thanks very much.